Hey everyone, welcome back to Unicorn Princess GOTM. As you know, this month we are doing the Abiotic Factor. However, because I wasn't able to do as many videos last month as I would like because I was moving, I decided I'm going to do two quick extra videos for some other games I've been playing. First is going to be this one, which is Pacific Drive. It's been out for a little over a month, maybe 2 months now, I forget. Single player, it's not really survival. I would say it's survival horror in that, like, you don't need food, water, anything like that. But, obviously the goal is to stay alive. Um, Despite that, there actually is no way to die. You just get like transported back to the garage and the car loses almost everything it has. So dying definitely has a huge penalty, but there's not really a game over, I guess, which I know some people don't like. But overall, I have had a ton of fun with this game. I've got a lot of hours in, gotten like all the achievements that I can. They're not even that hard to get. But yeah, let me just take you through the game. So you get pulled into like this zone, which is a disaster. Like the whole place is like scientific anomalies, something happened. There's a story mode that you learn from driving. There's people that basically communicate with you over the radio. And so you do driving missions essentially to progress. And as you go forward, you can upgrade the car, put stuff on it for extra storage, fuel tank, battery storage, lots of crafting you can do. So you can even customize the car. As you can see, you get decals. So I did, this is like a decal they did. It's called Sarcophagus. You can basically get paints and decals as you travel, like Sketchy, Animal Stripes, Year of the Dragon, which is another free one they just did. You have to manage fuel and battery, as well as the health of the car. The fuel, obviously, driving around, you run out of fuel, car can't move. Battery is mainly used for the accessories and for being able to run the lights. So battery isn't as much of a big deal as fuel is, unless there's actually an electric engine you can get, but that's another story. So what you do is this is like your route. You have like an antenna where you can scan to see what you're going to be facing. As you can see on the lower right, I've got a bunch of stuff in this game I haven't encountered yet. And it sort of gives you an idea. If you do this, it can actually toggle the legend so you can see what those things mean: fuel, vehicles, building, resource, etc. Um, there's many hazards from electricity to, I guess, poison, I would say, and also radiation. Radiation is like the most common one you'll run into. You basically manually control the car. There is a attachment you can get at a certain point that auto parks it for you anytime you get out, so that's kind of nice. And then you've got your windshield wipers, you've got your headlights. And basically what we're going to do is we're just going to go into this first zone. I'm going to show you a little bit about what the actual gameplay is. So even though I scan there, I can actually go any of these places. As you explore it, it will unlock, and as you can see, I'm trying to go here. But this is the first, as they're called, junction in that route. You've got a few tools you use for scavenging. There's a impact hammer, which basically breaks things. There's the scrapper, which is like a blade that like cuts through car parts so that you can loot scraps and whatnot, which is something that you are going to want to do and collect. This is a good example of anomaly. It's got floating rocks you have to avoid. It's kind of interesting. The game has a very good way of creating an environment that is scary, yet there's really nothing alive in it. Like, there's some anomalies that move, there's some that are just creepy, like those things. I'm going to show you those because this is a really cool thing that they did. These are, let me get the flashlight out, called tourists, and they explode if you hit them. But the crazy thing is that they move when your back is to them, like randomly. So like you'll be doing something, you'll turn around, and then like one will be right behind you. So I think that one moved, those ones didn't. That's an abductor. It'll grab your car and pull you. I'm not going to go too much into the game, you know, because I don't want to do any spoilers. I think it's really good to be experienced for yourself. These glowy things are a lot of fun because they basically just rocket your car forward. But what you're looking for is two things. Yeah, that was a bit rough. So there's two things you're looking for. You're looking for this, which is the exit, which means that you can go on to the next junction. Or you're looking for these. These are what's called anchors. You collect those, and then that's what lets you basically open a portal back to the garage. Um, it is really fun when you do that because basically the zone starts to collapse when you do that. Like it closes in, you start like it's a pretty, again, it's an intense experience. They do it really well the way they build it up. Okay, so let's just park here. Market. Hopefully that abductor doesn't come over here. Okay. So once you grab the anchor, it actually triggers anomalies to start showing up around you. Like those things. There's stuff that's like exploding out of the ground there that like throws you in the air. So when I grab this, most likely those are going to start showing up. I'm getting a little bit of radiation. As you can see to the top left, that's my health, and then below that is the radiation. Below that is how close I am to the car. Let's see here, you open this, you put this in here. Oh, and in the trunk, this is where you can do crafting and storage as well, in addition to your main crafting that you do back at the base. The car gets things like flat tires, cracks, all sorts of things that you need to fix. Okay. Huh. Alright, I'm kind of surprised. I thought that would let me open a gate, but it looks like it's not going to let me, so we'll just try to clear out of this zone as fast as possible. Shit, I aggroed him. I don't have a way of dealing with them yet. There is like stuff you can get later to help, but fuck. Yeah. And the other one got me. Hopefully he gives up. Okay. As you can see, there is radiation that's sort of damaging the car a little bit, but not really anything too much to worry about. You can see like the health. Yellow means that it's taken some damage. Red is obviously the worst, and then if enough of the car parts get red, then what happens is you can actually take damage from exterior things. For the most part, as long as you're in the car, you do not take damage from almost anything. There is a equipment station that you can do to like get a bigger backpack, to put on shit that like resists electricity, poison, etc., etc. And of course, over here is where you can add in little modules to do stuff while you drive. There's one that's kind of funny. It's like a jump jack that just launches the car, but the car takes damage when it falls, so it's like a double-edged sword to use almost. And see, now that I did this junction, I can either go here, which has high instability, which means there's a lot of bad shit, or here, which is a major junction, which I want to unlock. So that is where we're going to go. And hopefully for the sake of time on this video, I'll be able to open a gateway as soon as the map loads. There's a proximity for gateways. If you're too close to one, you can't open it, so it's always a little bit of a challenge. Let's see here. Okay, so that red line that you see, I need to fill it to there to be able to use the gateway. Oh yeah, and there is a radio. It's pretty cool to use because there's about 20, maybe 20 to 30 songs. But every now and then you will hear random transmissions from people who are in the zone. just trying to see if I can get one. Maybe we'll get lucky. There was one time that was a little girl talking about how you shouldn't... Oh, there we go.
There? Do you see that? There's like moving things in the film. Oh, my camera's going glitchy. Is this evidence? Like, is this... I don't know. Oh my god! Guys, look! 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 What is that? Whoa! What is that?
I haven't heard this one before.
Paul?
Well, I guess Paul's gone, whoever the hell that is. Okay. And it'll still show on the top.
It's gonna be okay.
Shampoo, okay. It is weird. Like I said, the little girl talking about, like, you should not ever kill crocodiles just is... It is so random and, like, yeah. But like I said, the atmosphere of the game is really good. Okay, see? It pulled up these stupid things because I looted this. Hopefully that gave me enough that now we can create and... Oh, I'm taking damage. Okay, but I can open a portal. Excellent. And what happens is that you'll get a yellow circle where, like, the zone starts to collapse. The yellow circle, once it completely collapses, it doesn't kill you, it just, the car starts taking damage, and then the red circle collapses. When the red circle collapses, see, you can see the yellow circle starting to come in with the red behind it, then the car really starts getting, like, a lot of damage every single second. So if you hit that point, you could be, like, severely fucked, where you lose everything that you have in the car, and then you have to go back to the garage. What you need to drive into, and again, this is what I'm talking about for atmosphere, is this giant orange pillar of just what looks like awful death. And yeah, it is rough. Oh, and the ambiance, like the music, or not music, I'm sorry, but just like the audio for, like, the impending doom is also really good. So I'm just going to let that do its thing. As you can see, the yellow has already collapsed, so the car is just taking damage, and the red is closing in. Kind of fast, actually, but we should be okay. So I'm just going to let it ride from here, and then once we get back to the garage, I will finish up with the review. Oh, and that sparkly thing, those are what's called bunnies. They'll, like, jump on your car and do, like, terrible things to it. So, again, lots of shit in this game. Yeah, it seriously looks like you're just going to get evaporated when you go into that thing. And then here you go, back to the garage. It shows you a little trip report on the right there.
Huh. I'm marginally impressed. Not bad, newbie.
That's one of the storyline people. They usually say something every time you come back. And what you'll do is you'll, like, take your loot out, and then you'll store it in the lockers here. This is where you can do research.
I always seem to find just what I need in there.
See? So you use the energy to unlock things and learn crafting recipes. This is like a storage locker, so, you know, more storage, always good. What she's talking about is this thing called the friendly dumpster. You can find these anywhere, but there's always one here. You interact with it, and it just gives you random shit. It is sort of based on what you need. Like, if you've got a damaged car part, like, yeah, see, that panel took a shit ton of damage, so it gives you, like, a really low-end panel, but whatever. It's better than nothing. And then if we go back here, if you remember in the beginning, that junction was as far as I got. So now I can go here, and because this is a major junction, I can skip this junction, so it allows fast travel. What you saw was what's called the outer zone, which is like kind of like this, you know, forest, kind of basic. This is the mid zone, which is like a swamp area with a lot of crazy like anomaly creatures and stuff. Again, not really anything that's alive, but still shit that'll fuck with you, and there's a lot more hazards there. And then this is the inner zone, which is essentially hell. Like, I'm not going to spoil too much about it, but literally there are giant pillars at one point that can just randomly start falling from the sky, and fuck it, there's nothing you can do about it. It just fucking happens. But yeah, that adds to the tension of the game. So, with all the customization you can do, getting new engine, upgrading, doing like like you can do like a scanner, you can do like little turbines and extra fuel, all that shit. Oh, and like all the detailing you can do, like there's like a detailing station here. You can do like any bumper that you want, and you can find like new steering wheels, little things that hang from the rear view, shifters, the little thing on the front of the car. For example, I got this, and we install this, and that goes on your little radio antenna. So, like I said, there's a lot of shit to get and collect, a lot of fun to be had. Absolutely recommend this. I think it's like 30, but I would definitely buy it for 25 if it's on sale. And yeah, just with the 2 hour refund policy, if you don't like it in the first hour, hour and a half, then it's just not for you. Like, you will easily be able to tell within the first hour if you're going to like this game or not. It is really good at grabbing you. So that is my review. In a couple days, I will have my video for Abiotic Factor, and then Echo and I are going to be doing a couple of the multiplayers of that game this month. And then Soul Mask has a demo right now. So next week, I am going to release a brief video like this one, recapping Soul Mask. So thanks for tuning in as always. Don't forget to hopefully leave a like, comment, subscribe, of course, and take care, stay safe. See you next time.